Mr. Bin was the Sultan of India in 1325, and he was a very silly man. This bloke ordered a massacre of all the civilians in the city of Kannauj. Then he decides he wants to change the location of his capital city from Delhi to Delatabad, otherwise known as Devagiri. I've absolutely butchered those names. No one wanted to move, but he told them all, shush. He then built a road for migration, planted trees on both sides, made provisions for food and water, which is actually pretty nice of him. However, once they reached the new city, he looked at it and changed his mind. Then forced everyone to march back to the old city. Thousands perished and died on the road.
Oh, well done.
He also tried to do something with bronze and copper coins, but messed everything up big time by causing ultra mega super big hyperinflation, so had to change everything back. Then he tried making his own currency, but also failed. He was a unique specimen. Born in 1747, Timothy Dexter was a unique businessman. A lot of stuff happened in his life. He set up a mock funeral for himself, bribed people to cry for him, beat his wife for not crying hard enough, wrote a book, claimed to be the greatest philosopher the world has ever seen in said book, later wrote another book without any punctuation and with unorthodox spelling, and a lot more. This genius set up an export business to West Indies and Europe and owned 2 ships. By the way, he was uneducated. He was advised to send bed warmers from cold England to the West Indies, a tropical area. As you can see, his advisors were his ops. He took their advice and sold them as ladles to the local molasses industry, making big money. People jokingly told him to ship coal to Newcastle. He took them seriously, shipped coal to Newcastle on the same day as the miners' strike, and sold his coal at a premium price. Some jokers then also told him to sell gloves to the South Sea island. So he did. His ship arrived in time to sell gloves to the Portuguese boats on their way to China. Basically, what to take away from this? Timothy Dexter was playing 4D chess. He was dumb in the eyes of the general public, but in my opinion, a genius amongst a bunch of noobs. This guy was a Romanian politician for the Communist Party. He became president in 1974. During this time, he held a rally in honor of himself. He forced people to attend the rally, forced them to cheer for him, show some support. People got annoyed and riots broke out. There's actually a lot to this guy's life, like he was done for human rights violations, controlling the media and press. He tried to implement policies that would lead to a fat growth in unsafe abortions and orphans. That rhymed. He landed Romania in huge debt due to failed oil ventures. Just a lot of bad stuff. Anyways, due to the riots, him and his wife had to flee the capital in a helicopter, but they were captured by the military. They were then convicted of economic sabotage and genocide, pretty hefty allegations, and were sentenced to death by a firing squad on December 25th. This was a general in the Union Army during the American Civil War. In the Battle of Spotsylvania Courthouse, pretty weird name, his group were being shot at by the Confederate snipers. Naturally, his soldiers ducked and lied down in cover, as you would. This genius was like, and starts dancing around the place, showing his soldiers that there's nothing to be scared of. He then starts giving a monologue saying that these lot have terrible aim, you lot are cowards, stop rolling on the floor, pick up your weapons and fight. Then he said they couldn't hit an elephant from this distance.
Boom. Headshot.
Those were his famous last words before they sniped his silly little head off, and he died. Absolutely 1,000,000% deserved that.